What's going on, guys? Scout311 here, and this is Fallout 1. I'm in my old game mode again, and I want to play some Fallout. So, let's see how this is. Normal's good. Normal for me is fine. Subtitles running always. Fast combat speed. Everything here looks pretty good. And then we got our screen stuff that we can do. So I'm going to scale it up so it's a bigger picture. You could make it smaller where it doesn't scale, but it's a little hard to see everything and read everything. I think the game's better when it kind of looks a little bit like it used to look. So let's get started. New game. Alright, so we have these options here of characters, but we'll make our own. Alright, so my usual lazy name of Scales. Let's be a little older guy. We 20, let's be like 31. Male. Alright, now I haven't decided what I want to do. Guns are just a lot easier to use, so I think we're going to go with guns. I was thinking of doing melee, but guns are good. It's good stuff. Your gun skill improves with agility. Agility is important because it gives you a lot of action points, which is how many things you can do in a turn, and your armor class. So I think we're going to probably go with Gifted. Gifted gives you a point in all your stats, but it lowers everything by 10% here, your skills, and you get less skill points per level. I don't know. I usually go Gifted, but I was thinking about not doing it just so these are a little higher to start with. But having that +1 point in all these things, then you can lower them down. Yeah, let's just do it. Gifted. And Bloody Mess is kind of fun because you always see like the worst way a person could get killed. But then it kind of takes away from every once in a while when you get a really good kill on somebody. So we might go Finesse. No, I mean Small Frame. We can't carry as much, but we're more agile. That'll give us a bonus in agility as well. That's 7. Fast Shot's not bad, but we can't target people, so you can't go for like headshots, like the VATS type of thing. So let's start here. We'll put our luck, or let's put our this down to 4. We'll keep our strength at 6, just so we can carry a little bit more because of our small frame. So if we get our agility up to 10, which is pretty awesome. We don't need to do that. We can go 9, but that gives us all our action points right off the bat. We could put perception up to 8 and intelligence up to 8. That gives us, intelligence gives us more skill points to offset the 5 we're losing because of Gifted. We get a decent intelligence. And perception's good for being a good at sharpshooting. Charisma doesn't have to be that high. We actually knocked that down to 4, maybe. Strength, you want to keep. I keep luck at 6 because there's a chance that you can sometimes get some good situations when you're going, could pop up with that. So we could just go like perception 9 and intelligence 9. There we go. Let's do that. And then we'll go small guns. Tag it, which means it gets 20%, so we'll be at 55%. And then every time you put a skill point in a tagged skill, you get 2 points for every point you put in, where an untagged skill, you only get 1. So we want to get small guns up quickly. Speech is pretty fun thing to get. It's pretty useful to get, helps you get through some checks. And lockpicking is always nice. So let's go speech. Lockpicks. And then we're Gifted small frame. We're at 29 health because we knocked our endurance down, but that's alright. Alright, let's do that.
Ah, you're here. Good. We've got a problem. A big one. The controller chip for our water purification system has given up the ghost. Can't make another one. The process is too complicated for a workaround system. Simply put, we're running out of drinking water. No water, no vault. This is crucial to to our survival. And frankly, I think you're the only hope we have. You need to go find us another controller chip. We estimate we have 4 to 5 months before the vault runs out of water. We need that chip. We marked your map with the location of another vault. Not a bad place to start, I think. Look, just be safe, okay?
Alright, we're going out in the world. Alright, here we are, outside our vault, which we cannot go back in yet, but we can go back in a day's time, which we'll probably do, because you can do some stuff in here. So first let's loot this unfortunate skeleton here. Get some bullets and a knife that he had. And let's get our gun on. I guess we could have our knife on if we want to use it. On our offhand, we got 4 stim packs. We got 2 sets of 10. We got armor piercing, and we have jacket hollow points. Okay, and basically a lot of rats. Tons of rats. And if we kill these rats, we'll get a decent amount of XP to start with. So that's what we're going to do here. So if you get close enough to these guys, they'll come after you, and that takes one of their turns, and then you can basically get a few turns in a row. Now, because we have 10 agility, we actually have 10 action points, which is nice, and it costs 5 to fire the gun, so we could fire twice in a turn. And rats can pretty much easily get killed by these bullets. So we just kind of want them to come up to us and blast them. Because our sequence is so high, which allows us to go quicker in turn order, kind of like initiative, I guess, if you think of like D&D or something. That even if they come up and move up to us, we get a turn, and then we still get another turn before they get to go again, because they're going to go after us for every round, basically. So having that 9 is pretty awesome. And we could technically use our knife here, but our knife, you see with our knife, we're not very good with it. We get 3 attacks, but only at 48%. We missed, and we missed, so yeah, and now kind of stuck. Let's try it again. Yeah, see, 48%. For some reason, when you get to those percentages, like 54% I had the other day when I was kind of remembered how to play this game, I was playing a little bit. I felt like I missed almost every time, so I don't know how that works out, but I don't think the percentages are quite right. Or maybe there's just another thing in it that matters that I don't understand. But 95 is pretty much money, of course. Of course, we hit him. Oh, but only for 5. That one was 6. We got him. So we should get about 500 XP. Did that guy see us? That one got him. Oh, we gotta reload. Forgot about reloading. So because we had to reload, we didn't get our shot off. But we can try to stab this guy. Nope, 48. It's probably better to use your knife just to not waste ammo on these guys, but I don't have the patience for that, to be honest. Run around here and miss and so many times just to kill some rats. You'll get enough ammo in this game. To not have to worry too much about that. Now we gotta kill all these rats so we can rest in here. And if we rest a day, then we can go back in the vault and get some gear, and there's a quest in there as well that we can get some XP for. And there's some computers we can mess with that'll give us some XP as well, so. But you can't rest in the cave when we got too close to him. He missed. Can't rest in the cave if the rats are in here. Alright, that's it. Since for defeating your enemies, you earn 50, which I think pretty much means we got them all. So now we're able to rest in this cave. Alright, so let's do a quick save. And we need to rest for a day, right? So it's the 5th of December, 2161. It's 7:23 a.m. So if we rest till the next morning... we should be good, I think. By the time we started, technically. So if we're not good, it'll tell us we can't let us in. Alright, we're good. Alright, we're back in our vault. So it's better to not, when you run around with people, they tend to like it better if you don't have your equipment out. So go unarmed. So we got a locker here with some flares, which I tend to not use a lot, but you can sell them. There's a doctor or healer up in this area, but other than him here, there's really not a lot going on in this first area and those flares. So let's head down the living quarters. There's not a lot here as well, but there is this redhead here, who I believe says it's too early, unless it's like a noon. These people like to sleep in, I guess. Let me save. She is upset that the... let's see what happens. Yeah, come back later. Really? It's like, what, 6 in the morning. So, make it noon. She'll talk. So this is Teresa. Hello, Scals. How fares your journey? It's going pretty well, thanks. It's good to hear that. I knew that the outside world couldn't be as bad as everyone says. I mean, our ancestors lived outside, right? But that paranoid overseer won't let us leave. So she's trying to kind of get people riled up to leave the vault, but the overseers say no. So, let's see. We want to talk her into changing her mind. Overseer probably has his reasons. And I suppose he chose you to go outside because he knew that you were under his thumb. He really just doesn't want to give up his control over us. Let's see. Actually, I think he believes that there's no reason to risk survival outside while it's still safe in here. Oh, so she's pissed about that one. So there's a way, yeah, you could fail this. Ah, okay, I'm going to reload because I want to do it. This obviously this helps with your speech. Ah, so we failed again. What is our speech at? It's at 43, so yeah, I'm not the best at talking yet. Is that the right one? Maybe I'm choosing the wrong one. Let's see. The overseer simply trying to protect us. Let's try that one. Oh, again, she doesn't like it. Well, let's try the top one now. Nope. Wow, she doesn't like us. Huh. Yeah, let's try something else. Let's try to level up. I think if there's some computers we can mess with in here that we can level up by using, I believe. So let's try that first. Maybe we'll pump our speech and try to finish that check. So this is the water guard. How have things been going lately? Well, everyone's pretty nervous, of course, but we haven't had too much trouble. I hope you find that new chip soon. Alright, well, what are you doing here? I hand out the water rations, of course, and I make sure that nobody tries to take more water than their share, though I don't think we'll have any trouble. Alright. You too, I hope you find that chip soon so we can all go back to a normal life. And then I think we can ask him if we can take some supplies, and he says, yes, just don't take too much. And there's a lot of water in here. I don't take the water. If you click on here, there's like 40 things of water and 2 in here. I feel bad taking the water for these guys, knowing, you know, story-wise, I guess. But we do get some mentats and a doctor's med kit, and one of these, I think it's the bottom one, has something else. The rest of these, I think, are empty. Let's try this one. Yeah, 2 stim packs, which are incredibly useful. And there's another one over here that has some good loot in it, but this girl gets pissed off if you try to open it, so I'm not going to mess with her at the moment. The overseer is way over here in his little thing, but he basically just tells us up here, but he just tells us, you know, asks us how the thing's going and to hurry up and stuff. So, but there's 2 computers you can use here that actually give you experience points if you use your computer skill on them. So let's do that. Science skill, I mean. There we go. So we researched some important information. So we had 500 XP, so that gave us 350. So if we get the other one, then we'll level up. Then maybe we could pump speech up a little bit to get through that first speech check, because it's not working out for us. Alright, we leveled up. We're at 1200 now. So let's see if we can pump speech. Either way is fine. 55 guns at the mines early on isn't that big of a deal. Usually I pump guns up. So we get 2 points for everyone, so we can get 36 points here. We can actually get this up to like 80. Almost. 79%. Let's just do that. We'll just go big speech right off the bat. Why not? And then we'll head out of the... back down and try to do that speech check with Teresa again. And see if we could pass it this time. Come back later. Oh, come on, Teresa. No, well, that's alright. Let's do noon. Alright, it's going pretty well, thanks. Let's see. Oh. Wow, really? Even with that check? Why is she being such a... Maybe I'm just using the wrong one. Maybe that's my problem. Let me say not very well. With all the hazard on it too, it might take some time. So she said she's right, it's not that dangerous out there. Maybe if we talk to her now, it'll help. Or not. Here we go. I suppose I always figured that he just had some sort of power trip, but I guess that he wouldn't be the overseer if he wasn't really concerned about our welfare, would he? I guess we should just wait and see if we could find the chip. Maybe I just didn't do it right the first time. That'll give us 750 experience points for peacefully calming the vault's revolutionary faction. So, That's good. At least we got it right at the end. In the end. Alright, now we can get out of here. I don't think there's anything else to loot in there. There's those lockers that they don't want us to get by early on, but I didn't want to cause a stir. So let's head out and get out in the wide world. Yeah, we're only a little over 1,000 from leveling again already, so that's a good start. Alright, here's our world of Fallout, but of course we don't know anything that's not directly around us. So we can head to Vault 15, which is our only lead, to find a water chip. And as we do so, we will come across another town that we didn't even know was out there. Shady Sands. Alright, so this is Katrina, who has a very pretty smile. Welcome to Shady Sands, traveler. My name is Katrina. My job is to greet strangers and help them understand our village. We find that there are fewer problems if you listen to what I have to say. So if we go through all her stuff, we get some XP. So tell me more about yourself. My life was very boring. I was raised in a vault. I lived there for many years. Unfortunately, we were crowded and life was very bad. There was a schism and many people left, taking with them the best equipment. So I tried to stay in the vault, but then we were attacked. I was hurt and ended up here. Now I try to help people. Alright, what should I do if I get hurt? Well, if you can't get to a doctor, you need to heal yourself. Stimpaks are a common healing item, and if you suffer minor wounds, first aid is slower. For major wounds like a broken leg, you need to use doctor skill. Okay, we're going to get some better equipment. You will have to do like we do, scavenge it or trade for it, and if you're attacked, your foes might provide equipment if you live long enough to loot them. We are a peaceful community, so mostly barter or trade for the items we cannot produce. Alright, tell me about bartering. Bartering is the exchange of goods. You give me some items, I give you items to trade. Since you initiated the barter, I will let you pick and choose what you want, but the deal must be one that I think I will like. So you will probably want to give more valuable goods than you don't need in exchange for less expensive things that you want. And if you don't have enough items to trade, there are always caps. Bottle caps are the only common money found out here. The caps are backed by the merchants of the hub, so you can trade them anywhere. Right, tell me about this place. We are standing in Shady Sands. We are but a small town in a large world. We just want to be left alone. Besides some mutated animals and other creatures of the desert, only the raiders give us trouble. Eridash is our leader, and he's in a large central house. Speak to him. Alright, rest of the world. I know very little of the outside world. I escaped from a vault when I was attacked. Unfortunately, I was very hurt. I do not remember much of what happened, but Dharma was watching over me, and I found by the people of Shady Sands. I live here now. Have you spoken with Ian yet? He is a merchant guard who was hurt. He is recovering in the guardhouse over there. She points to the east. He is more widely traveled than I. Where was this vault of yours? It was Vault 15. It is due east of here. We tried to make contact with some other vaults, but we always failed. I think it was the raiders who attacked my fellow dwellers. Be careful. Alright. And we got 250 XP for the knowledge we gained. Okay. So speaking of Ian, let's go find him. He's in here, I believe. Yes. Let's see if there's anything to loot here first. Loot all the... Yeah, we got BBs and some other bullets. What are these? Two 23 FMJs. Full metal jackets. Okay. So let's talk to Ian. Hello, stranger. You look like you're new here. What's your name? I'm Scowls. Good to meet you. I'm Ian. What do you do here? I was a guard at the Merchants of the Hub. However, I was shot during a raid by bandits. I've been staying here since the people have helped me recover. Still, my knowledge of the outside world and my experience make me useful here. Shady Sands is my home now. Occasionally, I even get to visit Junktown or the Hub to do some trading, since I am the only person here who has ever really left town. I'm sorry to hear about your injury. Thanks, it's been healing up well, thanks to Raslo. What can I help you with? Tell me about the Raiders. There are 3 groups, the Khans, the Vipers, and the Jackals. They pretty much hate each other, but they all raid Shady Sands. Okay. Tell me more about Shady Sands. Small but self-sufficient community. The only trouble here is with the bandits and the rad scorpions. Why are the rad scorpions trouble? Rad scorpions are very dangerous. They have a poisonous stinger in their tail, and they are very quick. Aradesh has been trying to find a way to get rid of them. If you feel brave, you could talk to Aradesh about them. Thanks. Alright, well, we want to get you on our team, bud. So let's talk about Seth. Seth is a very brave fighter. He occasionally goes to the Rad Scorpion caves to kill a few, but they always wind up coming back. They are just too many for him to fight. Okay. What else we want to talk about? How about directions to the Hub and Junktown? The Hub is a big trading center far south of Shady Sands. It's run by several different caravan groups of merchants. The Water Merchants, the Crimson Caravan, and the Fargo Traders. Junktown is a little south, a ways west. It's smaller, but still a good place to drop in for a drink. It's overseen by a fellow by the name of Killian Darkwater, the local shopkeeper, sheriff, and mayor. Alright, let's see if we can get him to help us out. Accept an offer since the place gets boring. Tell you what, standard rates, 100 caps. So we could ask him if we want a piece of the action instead. Alright, I'll help you out in exchange for my share of the loot. Let's go. Alright, let's do it. Got 100 XP for convincing Ian to join us. So if you want to trade things with these guys in Fallout 1, there's not a thing in it. You actually just steal from them. And they obviously don't care, and that's a way to get in their inventory. So we could take his money, and we'll let him keep his stuff here for now. That's fine, so he can use it. But yeah, you just steal from them, and that will allow them to basically let you, move the inventory around. You could tell him to use the best weapon he has, so if you steal and give him like a better weapon than that pistol, and then you tell him to use the best weapon next time you fight, he should pull the better weapon out. But here's a book. These are useful. This is a outdoors book, I think. Scout handbook. Book on methods and ideals of scouting. Very practical. Alright. So we put that in our inventory, and by using it, it'll give us points. So right now we have a 1% in outdoorsman because we took gifted and it knocked it down from 11 or whatever to 1. So this helps when you I believe outdoorsman helps mostly when you're out wandering around for random encounters and things. So these books will give you, there's a formula for what the books give. The lower your rank, the higher you're going to get from a book. So if you're at like 79% for speech, we might get like a couple points. But right now we should get about 10 points for this. It wastes time to read it. We learned a lot about wilderness survival. So we got, we got 9%. So we got 10% now. So it boosted it a little bit. I believe there's books for small guns. There's books for doctor, first aid, science, and outdoorsman. I think that's it. I don't think there's books for any of the other possible things. I'm looking around for Tandy. Tandy is Aradesh's daughter. She walks around. She's somebody you can talk to. There she is.
Hi. I heard there was a traveler in town, but I was kind of skeptical until I saw you. My name's Tandy. What's yours?
My name is Scals.
Well, how do you like our little town? Bored yet?
It's okay. Could ask a few questions.
Sure, I guess. I've never been out of here, so I don't know what help I can be. So, what you need?
What else is around these parts?
There's a bunch of cities down south, but since you're such a great traveler, I'm sure you know that already. No problem. Anything else?
What else is going around here?
We got rad scorpions. I mean, I know it's not a good thing, but no one's died from the stings. And it's the closest thing to excitement we've got here.
Really? Have you heard any stories from down south?
Just stuff. No
Okay.
problem. Anything else?
How do you like it here?
Yeah, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it is home and all. But it's so boring. You know, I want to see the world.
Why don't you leave?
Me? Leave? I wish. I don't know enough to leave alone, and no one else wants to go. And worst of all, my father says he would have a heart attack if something happened to me.
Alright. Well, I gotta go.
Well, thanks for talking. We don't get many strangers here, so it's always good to talk to new people. See ya.
Alright, so something will happen with her soon. We've got a stim pack and another knife. And rocks, which we could actually use to throw at people. But, yeah. Let's speak to Aradesh.
Greetings. Your business in Shady Sands might be...
Let's see. I'm from a vault to the west. My people are dying of thirst and I need to find a water purifier chip for them to survive.
Wanderer, I shall believe you. For now. You may enter Shady Sands, but be warned, your every move will be watched.
I was wondering if I can ask you a few questions.
Certainly. What do you wish to know?
Whoops, lost my timer. What can you tell me about the other towns around here?
Junktown lies south of here, though there is little in the way of visitation. From stories, I'm certain there are cities south of that.
Alright, could I ask you a few questions?
Certainly. What do you wish to know?
What's going on around here?
Oh my, yes. Great packs of rad scorpions are killing our herds. We don't know where they're from, and no matter how many we kill, there's always more.
Go on.
And now the monsters are attacking my people. Roslo is trying to find a cure for their poison, but I'm not sure how it goes.
Well, I'll help you get rid of these things.
Yes. Please, talk to Roslo. He possesses far more information on these creatures than I.
Sound good. Alright, let's go find Raslo. He's over here. We don't want to grab this because they get pissed. Talk to Raslo. Oh, come back in the morning. I'm trying to kill rad scorpions. Do you have anything to help? Well, I want to be able to help you kill rad scorpions. I'm a doctor, not a warrior. For that, you should see Aradesh or even Tandy or her boyfriend Seth. Leave me. I need something for their poison. If I had a sample of their poison, I can create a cure. Done. Alright. So it says come back in the morning. Why don't we... I don't know if he gives us more information, or if that even matters. Let's see. Probably not. Let's say, what do you know about rad scorpions? Not too much. They seem extremely large versions of the North American emperor scorpion. Contrary to my medical knowledge, their poison has grown more potent, not diluted as I would expect. Seth has been hunting them, which helps some of my tests. And how such a large creature can even be possible by my natural evolution or even radiation-induced mutation is beyond me. Anything else? They seem to be sensitive to light, nocturnal. If I can even get a sample of their poison, especially the venom production sac located in their tail, I could create an anti-venom. Alright, well that's what we need. So I don't know if you need him to tell you that, but if we bring him a venom, he will give us a hand. He's got his brother or brother-in-law is poisoned in the back of his place, actually. And once we get that tail to him and we make poison, we can use it on his brother-in-law or whoever it is to cure him and get some XP there as well. The other places we can go here, on this side there's a farmer and there's this where we get a rope, which is very important, and another book about outdoors, so we could beef that up another 9-ish%, 10%. It takes time to do that, but we have enough time to mess around with stuff. So we're at 19% now. Nice. These guys are stuck in the door. It's the worst. Alright. People can't get in your way in this game, and then you can't move, and it's very annoying. Alright, let's, so we can talk to this guy. Good day. Hello. What can I do for you? What is your name? I am called Curtis. What can you tell me about your village? Our village is small, but we support ourselves. Aside from the attacks by raiders and the occasional rad scorpion, we have no problems. Aradesh is a good leader. What are you doing? I am a farmer. We irrigated the desert many years ago. Although the wasteland is harsh, it is possible to grow things with patience and time. I see. You seem to be doing pretty well. What can I do for you? Alright, so one thing you want to do is tell me about, and you can type in here crop rotation. And then I believe you go into barter and out of barter, and you get experience points for teaching him about crop rotation. Yep. You get 500 experience points for helping to improve the agriculture of Shady Sands. Now, obviously, I admit I would never have known that if I didn't read about it in the past, but whatever. So that is something that we just got some more XP. So we're only 200 away from level 3 already, which is pretty awesome. So let's probably we're going to end here about a half hour in, a little after a half hour. I think that's a good amount of time. We've been through a lot of stuff already, kind of. We went back through our vault, we killed all the rats, we came to Shady Sands, got a buddy. And we're going to go after those rad scorpions. But first we should probably, there's a thing, we might go to Vault 15 first and then come back. I think that's what we're going to do. Because we can get something to Vault 15 that could help with the rad scorpions, possibly. I'm not sure. You could either kill the rad scorpions or you can use dynamite to close off their cave. But I'm not sure if you could do both. Like if you can kill them and then use the dynamite and get XP for both, you might. And the dynamite, if I remember correctly, is at Vault 15. So we'll probably head there first and then deal with the rat scorpions after that. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later in part 2.